I like the business. Tonight on AWSM Comedy Radio, episode 205, two wonderful character personalities are going to play a brand new game involving how to solve details from CSI. Tonight on AWSM Radio.
Damn, welcome to AWSM Comedy Radio, pre-recorded this time at Serve Yourself Ice Cream and Tall Tale Coffee. This is AWSM Radio. I'm Logan.
I'm Tom.
This is the podcast where we're not afraid to get political. We put our guests on the hot seat. Oh, wait, no, that's not true.
I'm Tom.
There you go. I was timing. I was like, it'll be at least 20 seconds before Tom gets his name in.
I didn't know if they were, throw them off a little. Keep them on their toes.
I am Nick, and thank you all for coming and being part of our live audience tonight. And I think
let's. Can everybody just give yourselves a for the audience?
Yeah, everyone give yourself a nice
just a Yeah.
That's lovely. That's the way to do it. So what we do here at AWSM Comedy Radio is we interview different writers, actors, comedians, drag queens, fun personalities that have something to say and that have had something going on in Chicago for years and years and years. And we record 2 to 3 episodes a night, bi-monthly, because we are very open about being bi now. We're so French.
We realized that this fall we should be bi.
We should be, because it wasn't working out. It just wasn't working out as a monthly thing.
We weren't being true to ourselves.
We weren't.
Before.
Tom always has so much to add. This first segment is one of my favorites, and it's time for a fun fact with Logan.
Fun fact. Inauguration Day was held in early March until the 20th Amendment standardized the date to January 20th in 1933, slightly shortening FDR's first term.
Least fun fact
I really brought the mood down there. I didn't realize everyone's frowning right now.
Everyone's frowning because of the obvious that happens tomorrow that we're just not even going to talk about. But what we are going to talk about tonight is our fabulous guest, the first of which is a voiceover personality, character actor, producer, writer, director, best known for being the voice of the Pillsbury Doughboy. Please welcome Jobe Cerny! Yeah. And immediately to his left, a lovely voiceover / actress, herself improviser, writer, goddess, witch, nap truck queen, and your biggest fan, Sam Howard.
Sam Woodman.
Sam Woodman.
Yeah.
Sam Woodman
Sam
Howard.
Woodman.
That's why Sam Howard didn't message me back and she thought that I was crazy.
Different person.
Oh, well, it always happens. So, how long have the two of you lived in Chicago?
69 and a half years.
69 and a half years.
6 years.
7. Okay, grand. I'd like to just open with a question for Jobe, because I know that you've made your career, you have a lot of things that are ongoing, you speak at all the local universities, but what I didn't know about were these books. Can you tell me a little bit about your association with these book titles that we see over here?
Well, I have 3 literary degrees, and I like literature, and I like detective stories in particular. We've produced 56 books so far, and
wow.
We have prolific writers that are, selling a lot of books now, and I would like to keep the company going. It's right across from Trump Tower, though.
Oh, okay. So that might not be there that much.
Yeah, I flinch every day
when you walk outside.
I was like, oh no, and when they built the building and got it done, Ivana Trump went in the Dunkin' Donuts every day. So.
Oh
yeah.
What's her favorite donut?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of donuts there, but, you don't want to stare at a donut. Otherwise, it disappears.
Okay, I'm highly confused because we're looking at books right now. I know that you've also been the voice of things. Nick mentioned the Pillsbury Doughboy. I've seen you on the TV before too.
Yeah.
Why do you do so many different things?
Well,
That's a long career. A lot of
yeah.
different stuff.
Well, I can tell you, I produced 9,500 productions to date. My biggest production,
Yeah, I think that deserves a round of applause from the audience. Absolutely.
my biggest production, I was going to be a minister, and I was real serious about it. And I said sometime in my life, once I, quit the seminary, I wanted to do something great, and so I directed the Word of Promise Bible, which is a modern masterpiece. I had 600 actors from around the world. Max von Sydow, I recorded him on Thanksgiving Day in the French Riviera. I went around the world getting all these actors. Richard Dreyfuss played Moses. Marissa Tomei played Mary Magdalene. Gary Sinise played King David, and Jim Caviezel played Christ. And I studied Latin all through high school, and it helped me a lot. And one day when I was directing Gary Sinise, he says, "Hey, Joby, how come these people repeat themselves so many times?" It was like, well, there's a pattern to learning. If you tell somebody something and then tell them that they told them, then you'll know what it means.
You don't pick it up the first time.
No.
Yeah, unless you're Nick.
Oh, I pick it up pretty quickly.
All right.
So,
Congratulations.
wow, amazing numbers, amazing life. Let's take it back all the way to the first acting gig. What did you first do? The very first thing, community theater, whatever it happens to be, your first production.
The first production that they flew me to Detroit, and they had a sale at a carpet store, and they they wanted to get rid of the carpet, and
I can relate.
Yeah. So, and then they flew me back home, and I had a barrel on me because I was poor and didn't have pockets even to keep the money in. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get a copy of that book later. The one book that I didn't see on the shelf that I was most interested in. The one that was originally titled, I Could Have Been a Cab Driver, but I decided to become an actor. And then we decided to change the title.
Well, what I did.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a little too esoteric. When I was a graduate assistant, a teaching assistant at Northwestern, and I would build sets and things like that. And then I went to my advisor, and I set an appointment up way ahead of time, and he comes in the door and he says, I don't know, I got to get in there and teach my class. What do you want to know? And he said, well, I want to know how I get to become an actor in Chicago. Can you give me some tips? He says, well, you can start driving a cab, and there's a lot of good waiting jobs around. So that's why I called the book, I Could Have Been a Cab Driver.
Okay. And this took about 25 years to write. When did you decide to change the name?
When he gave me that answer, instantly, I hated his guts. And I said, and I've never waited on tables, and I never have driven a cab, but I have driven in over 1,000 races. And
Races?
Yes, and I won 7 national championships.
Wait, what kind
Racing
of car
what?
races?
What are you
Or
talking about?
Horse races? Foot races?
Yeah.
No, I drove at Daytona even, but
Oh, what?
It's too many things.
And And you're the chairman.
Yes, I am the chairman, and I spend a lot of time in the basement and finding new stains.
And showing how they can be magically cleared. That always fascinated me as a kid. I was like, oh, look, it's gone.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was. They tried to bring me back, but then they didn't. They had another product that they wanted to do, but so. But I won a Golden Lion at Cannes International Film Festival.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. I had 300 more awards on that campaign when I did it. I won a Mercury Award.
And today you're on this podcast.
Yes.
Just another accomplishment checked off. Well, I want to come back to you for just a minute, and I want to visit Sam Woodman, not Sam Howard. And
it's
talk
funny,
a little
though, because
bit.
I have taken improv class with Sam Howard. So I do know Sam
Oh,
Howard.
okay,
So-
yeah.
Chicago's a small world.
So you can
So-
confirm that you're different people.
We are different people.
Okay.
Been in
We
the
are
same
different people.
room
We are different
at the
people, but
same
she is
time.
wonderful.
That's proof.
I'm glad that we got confirmation on that. I want to get confirmation on the next show that's coming up on Valentine's Day. And this is at PH Productions in Andersonville. It's an all-female variety show, and I think that we need to talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, so this is the second annual. So this is going to be the V-Day Variety Show. So there's a campaign called 1 Billion Rising, and it happens on February 14th every year on Valentine's Day, and it's to bring awareness to the violence against women. And so I produce a show that's all female variety acts. I have, this year I have solo rap, dance, improv, stand-up, spoken word, storytelling, just a mix of different female artists, and the cost is $15. It's at PH Productions, 1515 Berwyn in Andersonville. So
Awesome.
Cool.
Could you share any of the names of any of the performers?
so Ariel Atkins is one of the best spoken word artists out there. She's fantastic. We actually have Sirens opening up the show, which
Okay.
is the longest female improv group in Chicago. I
They're
think
the
actually
longest
ever,
running, or they're the
ever.
longest physically?
There's some long
Well,
women.
depending on how many there are,
Okay.
I would just say that. But longest running female, all female improv group, I believe, in the United States. So
Wow.
yeah, they're pretty awesome. So we have some really stacked people, and we're closing out the night with PH's signature show, which is Women on Top, and that's an all female improv show. So then I will be performing with my other half, which is called Boobytrap. It's a 2-person improv show, so it's pretty fun.
Boobytrap.
Yeah,
Something
with
to
my
look
friend
forward to.
Natalie Younger. So yeah.
Well, are the two of you ready to take an adventure and play an absolutely ridiculous game that we've never tested before?
Yes.
Why
All
not?
right.
All right.
That's right. That music means now it means that it is time to play Who Done It, the game in which I will poorly summarize a mystery plot and then give you both multiple choices. You can both guess the same person if you want, but it'll be more interesting if you don't. And we'll see if you can guess who done it. So for both of you, here is the first plot. It is from CSI Season 4, Episode 5, Fur and Loathing. Mystery. Oh, wait. This is a new game, so I have to cue myself here. See if this is the right level. Mystery. Linda Jones crashed her Mercury Sable into an 18-wheeler and died. Sounds like an average accident, or is it? Animal tracks. That was great. That was unintentional.
Perfectly timed.
Yeah. Animal tracks lead away from the car, but what do they lead to? That's right, a dead man in a raccoon suit. Who done it? Was it A, a local dog breeder who had trouble with coyotes going after his dogs? B, the truck driver who had been taking caffeine pills to stay awake? Or C, Bud Simmons, a lawyer dressed as the bright blue, quote, sexy kitty, who participated in both scritching and yiffing at the Plushies and Furries convention?
Did you say scritching?
It says scrithing right here.
It says scrithing, but I think it's supposed to be scritching. Is there any furries in the audience? You don't have to admit it. Don't worry
We'll
about
close our eyes. You can just tell us the answer.
it. They said it's like a It's like a scratching cuddle party, and then it progresses from there, gets more physical.
Okay, let's get an answer.
Okay, so which do you think it was? A, the dog breeder who lived nearby, B, the truck driver, or C, the furry, who was a man that wore a blue cat suit? Sam, you go first. Who do you think it was?
I'm going C.
You're going
Yeah.
C.
Yeah.
All right, Joby, what do you think?
I'm going A because a coyote walked past my house the other day. And I was,
You think he was involved in a murder?
yes.
Well, that's working. That's 1 point for Joby. It was A.
Yeah.
I really wanted it to be the furry. I
Yeah,
really
me too.
wanted
I
it.
think they had a
too.
different
I
episode.
just feel
It
like that
a
was
different
the more
episode.
interesting
Yeah,
twist.
right.
But
CSI missed out there. All right, so here we go. With the next question, we got 3 total. Here's the second one. Mystery. The dead body of a boy is found in a warehouse that has a great deal of bullet casings all over the wall. Who done it? Was it A, a friend who was testing his science fair experiment, a bullet bomb of his own design? B, the boy's friend who was playing a jackass-type stunt where they spun a machine gun down a bamboo pole and tried to dodge the bullets? Or C, an escaped chimp with a machine gun? Remember, it's fictional. This is CSI, Season 3, Episode 19. We'll go Joby first. Who do you think it was?
It was definitely the student.
With
Do you think it was a science fair experiment or the
I did
the
a
bamboo
movie
machine
about
gun?
a science fair.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's reason
did it
enough
involve
right
a bullet
there.
bomb?
Huh? A bullet bomb.
Well, bullet bomb. So your
did?
guess
It
is
did,
A.
and then it was like they got stuff, and it was, what was Nickelodeon used to have all that slime stuff, and,
Yeah,
and they
Gak.
were shooting
Gak,
these
yeah.
things off in the gymnasium, and
All right.
yeah, it wasn't Jello.
Sure. Sam, who do you think it was?
I'm gonna say B just to prove a point not to recreate reality television for children.
Yeah, that's a good message to the kids.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. That's correct.
There you
Bamboo
go.
pole machine gun. 1 point.
Ooh.
1-1.
We have a tie.
1-1. We're tied.
1-1.
All right, let's see if we can break this tie with a third question. Mystery. There's a decomposing body found in an industrial chemical barrel. Who done it? This is, by the way, from season 3, episode 18 of CSI.
These are real episodes of
Precious
CSI?
metal.
Episode-
These
yeah,
things
Precious
all really happen in CSI. Was it A, someone named Luke, who was angry the victim destroyed his robot in BattleBots competition, even though destroying robots is the point of BattleBots? B, a chemist who is trying to steal a secret chemical formula for a new paint thinner. No. Oh, thank you. That's what I was expecting. Or C, an escaped tiger with an industrial chemical barrel.
All good answers.
Sam, who do you think it was?
Oh, this one's really hard, but I'm gonna go with A.
You're going to go with
I'm
A,
gonna
the
go with A,
BattleBot,
the
the Spurn
BattleBots.
BattleBot competitor.
They like to cross over shows or reference shows, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with A.
Sure. Joby,
Yeah.
who do you think it was?
I have short-term memory, but B.
All right, you're going to go with B just to make it
Because
interesting.
you were once in a movie with a bee?
Huh? Yeah.
B, the new paint thinner formula is incorrect. It was, in fact, the BattleBots contestant.
All right.
That means, Sam, you have won. Who done it?
Give it up for Sam Woodman, knowing who done it first time ever.
That's so ridiculous, though.
Yeah, I would be angry. I mean, they put a lot of time and effort into the BattleBots, I'm
But
sure.
the point
Yeah.
of it is to be destroyed.
Yeah.
Like that's like being angry that your firework exploded. Like that's the whole.
No, I don't have a
just
firework
enjoy it.
anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the tie-in, CSI and BattleBots. I mean, I didn't get
It
how
was-
that tied
it was
in.
They're all
big-
about
there was a
current
big-
trends.
Yeah, it was a current trend that BattleBots was going on.
They want to make you scared of whatever's new and unfamiliar.
Got
if-
it.
If a tiger ever escapes with a chemical barrel, then they're going to make that one that I
Yeah.
made up. An escaped tiger with a chemical barrel is going to kill someone.
Oh, some
shove
of the
them in-
choices
Something
were
you're afraid of.
inaccurate.
Yeah, I
Made
made
up.
them.
Okay, I'm totally following. Back to our two lovely guests. Thank you both so much for being here. Another round of applause for Jobe Cerny
Yeah.
and Sam Woodman. Thank you so much. You've been listening. Be sure and check out the production at PH Productions in Andersonville on February 14th at 7 p.m. And look for all the books in the world coming to you from Jobe Cerny. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Thanks very much for being on the first episode.